Hello, hello. I am fixing to turn the lights down and get to bed here pretty quick, but I wanted to give an update. I hope that you're having an excellent OnPassive day. Last week we had a very good webinar using O-Connect that I think peaked somewhere around 35,000 attendees, and we went through some of the features. We had some folks, excuse me, that were brought onto the panel for discussion, gave some feedback, that sort of thing. Very good time, very good time. Of course, it's easy to see how the focus on that product, the quality, the quick, the massive scalability that they can do with it, how user friendly it is, the look and the feel of it, so to speak. And that certainly has paid off and will continue to pay off, because these are the things that OnPassive is focusing on with, not just O-Connect, but all of our products, right? So I could very easily, safely, confidently say that it's going to be the finest webinar conferencing application in the planet before too long. Right now, though, we have the engine, and we're working on stabilizing that. That's what we're doing with these sessions, and we're going to be doing some other things as well that we'll probably talk a little bit about. But what we've seen so far is just the first release of it, after the OnPassive tech team's been working on it for about a year. They've had to actually, this version of it, they had to restart many times. So they finally gotten to where they've got it ready to rock and roll, the core of it. And they're going to be implementing it and putting it into the ecosystem. And that's one of the great things about our ecosystem, is that there's tons of reusable technology written for it and used in it, which is usable for multiple applications. So as a matter of fact, there's a lot of our apps that are only waiting for O-Connect to be complete. So life is about to get really good for us. And we know the quality is there, right? It's unsurpassed. O-Connect has got no plugins. There's no apps to download. It's all done on the fly. So, and that simply means that the programs can change the programs can change while the software is still running. We'll put it that way. So, but what we've seen so far is not the full product. We're going to get a better view of that coming up. There's not much left to do with respect to the engine of O-Connect, just some policing and such. So the next phase is going to be completing the implementation of AI into that and putting it into the ecosystem. And once we've got this application with the O-Connect, this massive O-Connect, which is a beast, done, then everything else is pretty much child's play. So make no mistake, we're going to start with O-Connect as the first paid product. It's going to have some serious market quality, above market quality actually. It's going to be better than Skype or Zoom or Microsoft Meeting or any of those, simply meaning that it's going to have more value in terms of pricing, features, functionality, stuff we're used to hearing about. The second paid application that we're looking for is going to be O-Tracker. And remember, excuse me, we're starting from the top. With everything that we do, we start at the top. Incidentally, I'm aware, that some of us or some folks that I've talked to, they kind of look at O-Tracker like, like it's a minimalistic kind of a product or something. And it really isn't. Let me tell you, this is world class. Actually, I should say it's OnPassive class, because it's got many things in it. It's very, very robust. It's got predictive analysis and heat maps and geofencing, geolocation. It can identify click frauds. Its features can allow the user to generate various reports, demographics, stats, conversion reports, and there's a lot more. It's very sophisticated. It's got a lot of tech and time that's gone into developing it, and I can say with absolute confidence, as a web analytics device or service, it's gonna outperform Google Analytics. Right out of the gate. Excuse me. So these are the first two paid applications that we're going to see, the O-Connect and O-Tracker, and like everything else OnPassive does, they're going to start from the top. Now there may be an O-Connect session this week. We're actually looking for one and would expect one, perhaps as early as tomorrow, but we don't know for sure. Just keep an eye on the OnPassive ecosystem for updates. Depending on how things roll out, we may see the tech team starting to add O-Connect to the ecosystem this week or next. Keep in mind that there's a lot of moving parts. I mean, its integration is hardly a flip of the switch thing, so to speak. I mean, if all we did was to add virtual reality to O-Connect, wow, I mean, we could live with that and forget everything else, but that's, O-Connect is like 1% of what OnPassive is, so life is pretty good, and you can rest assured that we are never going to stop growing, expanding, right? I mean, we've talked about the metaverse before, and that's where everything is going, so we're going to be a key player, especially in AI. That's why we're the 100, right? I mean, other tech firms, heads of governments, oh yeah, OnPassive's where you want to be right about now, and it's going to impact every aspect of our life, just like technology does. But from here on out, we need to try to be, open-minded, be clear about where it is we're going, where we want to go. And if you've been with us for a while, then you know that we're not the same company that we were when you joined. And we've had to make a boatload of changes for various reasons. Some of them internal, some external, bureaucracy, regulatory hoops, things we had to jump through. And we've had to shift just to stay ahead of the global economic changes. And if you can see clear to change with us, then you're going to be a privileged part of the world's largest company. We're going to have a greater impact on humanity than any other company in history, I think. I mean, I believe that. And it's coming, and it's much bigger, and it's a lot more sustainable than you could probably imagine right now. But we're not just thinking 5 weeks or 5 months ahead. One of our most recent agreements rather, is actually for 5 decades. I mean, 50 years. So we're really looking ahead, and we're not only leaders in AI, but we're inventing more, and we've gone way beyond just digital marketing. So make no mistake, you're at the right place at the right time, and OnPassive is changing everything. For us folks, or all you YouTuber folks out there, you brand ambassadors that are doing your YouTubing, when you create or upload videos or something on YouTube, hey, make them your own, own them, right? I mean, create some original content. Don't just copy the O-Media videos and slap them up there, but be a little creative and do some good stuff, create new content if you can. In the meantime, probably within the next week or so, we're going to start integrating O-Connect into the ecosystem and get the announcement of a new top that we're going to be aiming at. So, keep an eye out for announcements. Go into the back office. There's that pop-up, in the OAS, and go into O-Founders to that pop-up. There should be links. And with any luck at all, we'll be seeing you real soon on a webinar. I hope you have a great evening. Thank you very much. I'm sorry this was rushed, but I wanted to get it out of the way before I went to bed. So take care. Have a great OnPassive night. Thanks a lot.